What's up, my friends? How you doing? How you doing? It's Friday night. Wait, what the hell, Bull Falcon? How did you know it was gonna be a wheel night before the stream started? All you could see was the stream intro. What is this? What is this? All right, hold on. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. What, bro? Did you put nanobots? Did you put nanobots in that box that you sent me? What? What is going on? What is up with that? All right, hold on. All right. There we go. There we go. Let's do our hellos. What up, Gossip, Beasley, Rays, Ang, Jess, Zircon, Felonious T, Bo Falcon, Shelton, Millmaster, Yamagoro, Kling, Juglum. Who else is in here? Did I get everybody? What's up, Potts? What's up, buddy? Where's the Hen Network intro? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. On my little stream deck here. I guess I forgot to do. That's a pretty big oversight, right? Well, you know what? We can just insert it here. Here you go.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the Hen.
Fuck. All right. There we go. Now order has been restored to the universe. All right. So, Bo Falcon, explain yourself. His super chat says mystery spin for Jess. This time he's here to witness it live. But how did you know? How did you know we were doing a spin night, huh? How did you know this? Oh, you just said it's a mystery because you don't. Oh, you were just guessing. Well, you guessed right. You guessed correctly. What's up, Doomblade? How's it going? So I'm going to go ahead. Bo, you are the board lord, but the spin is for Jess. I got it. I understand. So tonight is more complicated than usual. It's not just spins. I guess I should pop that up there. All right, Zircon Super Chat says, finger crossed for a tasty treat of mystery. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. So, this is a good or bad edition. Well, maybe good or bad's not the exact right terminology for this. But this wheel stream has multiple various outcomes on top of just what the wheel kicks out. Because we got the Plinko board set up. We got a mystery bag. We got multiple mystery. Anyways, let's go over what's on the wheel first of all. We got mystery food, mystery pack, insult, and voodoo as the different options. So we'll see what it spins onto. Here we go. Oh, Jess, just as the gods have decreed, you are a greasy human crouton. And Bo Falcon has bestowed a wondrous insult on you. You know what? The stuff that's flowing through my brain, I shouldn't even have to have in my brain. I am picturing you just tugging it to, and thankfully not to, I'm not looking at this in too much detail, but to Bigfoot pictures. You know the music that they have in, what is it? Silence of the Lambs, No More Horses or whatever. I picture that where you've got like a picture of the Bigfoot from Harry and the Hendersons and you've put lipstick on it and you're kissing it because you're a gross weirdo. Yamagoro, didn't they used to always be Friday? That's true. That is how I used to do it. I forgot. The wheel streams became a random event. So, because it just felt too arbitrary to always do them on Fridays, right? And speaking of Fridays, that's when Jess does the hole in his wall that he put below the picture of Harry and the Hendersons' Harry, right? That was the name of the Bigfoot, wasn't it? Something like that. Something like that. That's right, Aldini. You put the lotion in the basket, son. Put the lotion in the basket. Jess, you are a gigantic disappointment of a human. Apparently, I'm not done with the insult. You're like a sad pack of mustard that's been left out in the sun and doesn't really have any mustard left in it. So it's just kind of crusty and gross, which is even grosser because mustard is disgusting. So yeah, fuck you, dude. All right, that's sufficient. Zircon! Let's see what your spin is. What's going on, son? What? Hello, Bob. Let's see what the wheel's gonna do this time. Oh, it's voodoo. But is it good voodoo or bad voodoo? You know how we figure that out? Check it out. I got a tiny, teeny weeny little magic card deck. All right? I'm going to shuffle it up. If you get a non-land card, that's good. If you get a land card, that's bad. So that's going to determine the kind of voodoo that we do. All right? What up, JD? Let's go. Let's go. Bum, bum, bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, what is it? It's a land. That means it's bad voodoo. Okay. All right, bad voodoo. Here we come. Bum 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 bum. All right, now we need a pen. A magical pen. Name of person doll represents. Zircon. Desired change. Bad. Reason for change. Zircon sucks. All right. So this is our enacting a ritual or a spell right here. All right, buddy. So first of all, we're gonna give you some pain in your ball bag because that's what you deserve, right? We're also gonna give you sad mouth, right? Where your mouth always tastes like dick, right? And we're gonna have your pinky toe. We're gonna have that. Whoa, hold on. We're gonna have that swell up like a balloon grape. Do we want anything else? You know what? We're going to give you a crick in your neck too, just for some flavor. You got a crick in your neck. All right? So here's the magical ritual. Alaka-fucking-zam! Oh, you're voodoo cursed, you bitch. It could have been something good, man. You could have had a magnum dong. But instead, it's the bad voodoo. Boo! Hope you enjoy your ball bag twinging. Magic done! Oh, Doomblade stepping up to the plate. All right. What has he got to say? Doomblade Super Chat says, just got a VR headset, and to be honest, it's decent, but I need a better PC to actually run some Steam VR games. Other than that, I've been enjoying some other games. Now spin that fat wheelio. So you bought a VR headset to go with a computer that can't play VR games? Okay. I can't say anything more unless the wheel tells me to insult you. All right. You're Lord of the Board. Oh, I guess this is going to spin for a bit, so let's do that while I update the board. Oh, it's mystery food. All right. So for that we return to Dun 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 dun. We return to the deck of cards. So, whoop, get rid of that land. Shuffle it up again. Oh, damn it. All right, let's shuffle this. Let's shuffle this. All right, it's shuffled up. What do we got? We got, oh, it's a land. Damn it. I don't want bad for the food. All right. Well, that means we got to do something from the exotic bag. Oh, okay. This is probably is all right. The carnies gave me Happy Cola. You know, that it's almost like it's the bear's gigantic dong, bro. And they're best before 9 days from now. These are right on the cusp. All right. At least not everything is completely dreadful. Millmaster, nope, never seen that. Where'd I get the tiny cards? Somebody sent me the tiniest magic decks in the world, so they come in these like little boxes like this, like raisin boxes, bro. Like raisin boxes. All right, so let's see what almost expired Happy Cola is. Wow. Gotta have a strong jaw. Gotta pull the plow. Strengthen up those neck muscles, bro. Made in Germany. Huh. All right. You know what? I think this is the best thing. This is the best thing that we have had out of the bad bag. And I'm guessing it's the only reprieve that the bad bag holds, unfortunately. I'm just glad it wasn't the spicy nuts. I don't want no nuts in my mouth. All right. So I give those an okay rating. An okay rating. Juglum? No, there's no pickles in there. The pickle remains the 450 only scenario, and that will not change. I'm not just gonna randomly throw it in like, ha ha ha. No. What up, cat girls? What's going on? Cracking in? How you doing? Hello, Emil. So yeah, you can probably get if you want like the tiny deck magic cards, you can probably still find them for sale online. I have no idea. They're a fun little novelty. They are genuinely like the actual cards. We've only seen basic land so far, but it does have regular regular magic cards in there as well. It's not all just lands. But yeah, it's the dual decks. They're based on the dual decks of Jace versus Vraska. There is no tiny Black Lotus Haunted. They didn't make like amazing reserved list cards. The deck is like whatever era. It's literally the dual deck box set that Wizards made a million years ago when they used to sell you a product for $35 that gave you two decks that you could play against each other. Back in the day before they said, "Oh, we can't make you a modern deck. We can't make you a modern deck, you know? We can't make you a modern deck because it would cost too much." Meanwhile, they were able to make two full decks for $35 before. The greed of Magic has gotten definitely out of hand. Zircon, you're surprised the pickles haven't covertly disappeared? I'm not going to pretend like I didn't think about it. I was just kind of like getting I was like, should I just throw these away and just let it become a forgotten thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Nathan asked how much. I said 450, and I'm fine with that never happening. But we talked about it enough that I said, I'll put it on my desk for now. I'll put it on my desk for the time being, and then we can throw it away. Hey, what up, Mox Man? How you doing, buddy? Millmaster says Sour Sis has a dowry of 450. Correct. What up, Lender? Furry Spatulas Super Chat says, I'm traveling and don't have a lot of data, but glad to catch a few minutes of Hatcher. I was able to pick up the last Portuguese boosters of Modern Horizons 3 in Brazil. What do you mean, the last in all of Brazil? How do you even confirm that? I don't know. Let's spin the wheel, big boy. Whoa! Oh, mystery pack. Okay, so we have two options. We have two options here when it comes to the packs. It's the same deal. Is it going to be the good result or the bad result? It's not exactly the same thing for packs, but there's two routes. We either got a bag. This if it's a land, then we go from the bag. If it's a non-land card, and the odds keep getting better because there's an equal amount of both in the deck. If we get a non-land card, then we go to the Plinko board. To the Plinko. Moxman, you getting excited for Bloomborough? I was talking today about how Bloomborough is my next hope for Magic. We got non-land! All right! Okay, that means Spatula, you get a Plinko drop, so you gotta, hopefully you're still in the stream because you barely had any data, right? So, that means, whoop, we got the Plinko drop. You gotta choose 1 to 8. In the middle, we got Magic. On the outer edges, we got the Jug Hunt packs. Bo Falcon Super Chat says, Moxman whispered in my ear to spin for him too. Oh, careful. He might put his tongue in your ear if you're not paying attention. All right, Spatula's chosen 3. 3, it shall be. 4 is right out. All right, 3 is the number we shall count to. 1, 2, 3. Oh, straight down the middle into the Modern Horizons. All right. Look at that. You got the best result. Okay, so we got to switch views here. So we go boop and whoop. There we go. Modern Horizons 3, it shall be. Because I still have these packs from the pre-release. All right. We got a blank old insert. We got a Monolith Mountain. That's kind of funky, actually, with the sun action behind it. Like a big old obelisk on that one. Then we got a foil Faithful Watchdog. That's pretty underwhelming. The artwork's not too shabby, though, right? But as a card, Oh, Ashling Flame Dancer. Okay, yeah, these are Japanese packs. That's right. So the rare is going to be at the front. We got Ashling. We got a Nesting Grounds, which is fucking... The corner's bent, bro. The corner is straight up bent. What the hell? Essence Reliquary. Arcbound Condor. Spawn Gang Commander. That's fun. I like that they redid the Siege Gang Commander as a Mutant Eldrazi. Jolted Awake. What the hell is going on here? Those fuzzy guys jamming him in the butt? What is this artwork? What the hell is this? What is this? Oh, no, that's him curled down. It's a clone machine? What the hell? Look, It's a bunch of dudes hanging like balls. Evolution Witness. Witness the evolution of damaged cards. Snapping Void Craw. Okay. Wither and Bloom. Richard Kane Ferguson. Hell yeah, man. Molten Gatekeeper. Unfathomable Truths. And a Dross Claw. Alright. Alright. So obviously, the Faithful Watchdog and the Ashling are the best cards in that pack right there. Jess, do I think I'll run out of packs to open for live streams? Magic packs for sure. I am down to having 6 or 7 magic packs and then I'm out of magic boosters. Other card games, I have a plentiful supply. I have a plentiful supply of like random games and stuff like that. All right. So, Bo Falcon wanted to give Moxman a spin. Let's go. Let's go. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, it's Voodoo. It's Voodoo for Moxman. All right. But what kind of Voodoo? What kind of Voodoo is it going to be? Let's see. We got... Oh, it's bad. Oh, wait, no, I'm supposed to shuffle. Hold on, I'm cheating. Gotta shuffle. Gotta shuffle first. Nesting grounds. More like bending grounds. Yeah, unfortunately. See ya later, spatula. Crackening, you came. That's it. But you didn't see. You didn't kick ass. Thanks for the super chat, big boy. Thanks for the super chat. It's 10 and up for the spin, son. All right. That's probably more than enough shuffling. Let's see what the top card is now. Oh, it's still a land. Okay. Moxman, Bad Voodoo. Bad Voodoo is in your future. All right. Let's put some Bad Voodoo on Moxman. Hold on. All right. Name of person doll represents Moxman. You know what? We need the full name. Got to make sure the full name is on there for magical requirements. Desired change? Sadness. We want him to be sad. Reason for change? He knows what he did. He knows. He tried to poison me. All right, enact ritual or spell. We got that part done. So, first things first. Let's give him fucking You know what, buddy? We're gonna destroy your fucking YouTube channel. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you mumble mouth. We're gonna give you fucking fumble fingers. That's gonna make your lady upset in the bedroom too. Fumble fingers. Blah, 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 blah. Mumble mouth. Let's go card crushing feet. So you're gonna drop cards and accidentally step on them. Dual land card crushing feet so that they put creases into his dual lands. Whop! The crease feet right there. Both of them. And then we're gonna pull out the oh shit, I just forgot what the hell it was I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that's right. Rub it for the fans. So from now on, because of this curse, Moxman is gonna rub his junk. He's gonna rub his junk directly on the cards that he sends to his patrons, right? So he's got the rub it for fans. All right, that's the triple slap. Now we do the. All right, Moxman, you're ultra cursed. You're ultra cursed. Good luck doing YouTube now, buddy. Good luck doing YouTube now. And me and Moxman's are friends. So imagine what I do to my enemies. That's the rules of the game. That's the rules of the game, son. He's got it all. He's got it all. Kraken, you don't know what's going on. It's a wheel stream. I even got it up at the top to make it easy to tell. Right? I'm magically cursing people, but only for entertainment purposes. You can't hire me to destroy people like currently. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Cat girls, you've witnessed something terrible this day. What up, DJ Longhair? How you doing? Kraken in Game says, you simmed me. Wait, what the hell does that mean? Your grasp of language leaves me wanting. But you have done a compound super chat that totals 10 so that you can do your spin. So here we go. Oh, mystery food. Mystery food. So that means back to shuffling the mini deck. We want to see a non-land card. We do not want a land card here. Don't give me a land card, for the love of God. I don't want to go back into the bad sack. I don't want to go to the bad sack, mama. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And yes! Thank you. Woohoo! We get to do it from the good blacks. All right, what are we going to do? There's lots of choices here. You know what? You know what? We got straight up chocolate chip cookies. So I'm going to try one of these Tate's Bake Shop gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. Okay, it's just a story of an 11-year-old starting to make cookies. This all started when an 11-year-old made cookies, and it's like, I doubt they're the same as then, right? Because I'm sure you're a big old company now, but let's find out. Let's find out what their cookies are like. Oh, they come in like multiple little sleds. Multiple little sleds. Jess, that's funny. He said the only thing I'd use those tiny cards for is to do dick pics with. All right. Not too bad, actually. Yep. I can absolutely get down with these. They're crunchy. I thought they'd be softer. They're not soft. They're hard just the way you like it in your mouth, right? Yeah, these get a thumbs up from me, man. These are good. Huang Rang, you don't like Tate's? Well, guess what? I do. It's made with rice flour. Rice flour, which is weird. Trustworthy, what's up? Just got off work and had some drinks. Nice. Nice. Enjoy yourself, big boy. Boxman, gotta go walk that evil dog. I feel like you could just get like a little sled and have that one pull you around. He's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of energy. Doomblade? Nope, I didn't hear anything about that game at all. Not even slightly. Van, what do I think of the vintage cube YouTube boom? I like cubes. I like cubes, and I like drafting, so seems like it's all good to me, bro. Huangarang famous Amos is where it's at. Well, that's not what I got. That's not what I got, son. It's all about what's in the box, what's in the bag. It's all about what's on hand, not what's out in the surrounding land. And I don't know. I've never had that brand, but I've definitely heard of it. I've definitely heard of it. What up, Shelly? How you doing? Millmaster, very crisp. You're guessing if it's rice flour? I don't know anything about rice flour, right? But the cookies are fine. If you gave me those cookies and were like, what kind of flour did they use for this? I would just go, I don't know, regular flour? Like, I would not guess a different kind of flour for a second. For a second. So, Kraken, good job, man. Good job on the cookies. That was actually pretty tasty. It's actually pretty tasty. Yamagoro Vintage Cube sounds like wealth flexing. I'm sure it would be. I would just build one out of proxies. I don't give a shit. When it comes to like old school cards, don't got the money to be paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for legend cards and stuff, right? So just proxy it. Just proxy it. Lender, where did I get it from? Yesterday's stream, we opened it up. Bo Falcon sent this stuff out. He sent a whole mess of things. The cookies I was definitely curious about. Cookies are a bit of a mixed bag for me because it's really easy for me to not like it. Either it's just like it's like too chocolatey and too over the top, and then I'm like, no thanks. Or it's just underwhelming. 100%. 100%. Bo Falcon, does Carly get to try anything? She gets to try everything. She gets to try. I don't know if you watched, but there's not just one cookie in this bag. Like, see how I pulled out a whole like sleigh of them and just ate one? She can try this. She gets to try it too. I'm not just gonna be like, no, you don't get any. But Carly also doesn't like being like always randomly called in. You know what I mean? She likes the fact that she can, while I'm streaming, she can just be left to her own devices for a couple of hours. Like, the streams are her time to have her own, hey, Mike's not going to bother me for the next 2 hours or whatever. Millmaster, you got proxies mixed in with your legends in beta? Bob Valgan, don't worry. She'll get to try it all, and she might come in to try something. You never know. You never know. But sometimes she feels like she's being put on the spot if I like bring her in and it's like on the live stream. You know what I mean? So, just trying to be nice. Just trying to be nice. Van says, unless you have a lot of disposable income, good luck building a proper vintage cube, right? I agree. It wouldn't be the best use of your money, but there's also worse ways to use your money. But I imagine most of that's just going to be done by people who have like a load of bank, or people who've just like started at the beginning and kept their cards. I don't know how many people fall into that category, honestly. Right? To have started like 30 years ago and still have your cards. I know Moxman falls into that category, but he's a rarity. He is a rarity, and I think a lot of people over the years have gotten out, sold off their collections. Magic 30 totally created an exodus, 100%. So I have no concept anymore of just how many people are still like playing from the old days, in all honesty. Like, the makeup of the game stores that I go to, the people who are there have changed over the years. There are still a few people that I know who are still coming out to play standard and that kind of stuff. But overall, so it's a random grab bag, especially with the change of Commander being introduced. Bo Falcon, you like to see Carly? You love Carly? Well, that makes sense to me, bro. That makes sense to me, but you know, you gotta let her do what she wants to do. She likes to just, you know, be able to do her own thing. And I wouldn't like it if I was dragged in when I didn't want to be. So Who knows? Maybe if we get another fun treat, I'll see if she wants to come in. Because I can ask her. There's no harm in asking. Millmaster says, how dare she? How dare she? I feel like when I first started making videos and doing different things, that I wanted to turn so many things into content. Like, not really turn it into content, but I wanted to share so many things with you guys. And so finding that balance where it's like you get to share what you want to, but you're not also turning everything into something that's a spectacle for other people or whatever. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but trying to have that balance, you know, at the end of the day. Paul Velgan, yeah, I don't know. I will see. I will see with the next one. How about that? How about that? Or actually, I guess when I go out to top up my beverage, when we have an intermission, that is also an option for seeing if she'd be interested. Oh, man. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure she has way more interest in trying things that are nice than trying things that are terrible. She's not going to want to come and have, like, awful bad time food with me. Probably. There's not that much left. This sack's getting light. It's mostly just the goodness. We got a big box of random goodness. Although I suppose with how picky I am, some of it could actually turn out to be badness for me. Jess. Yeah, you know what? People do spend their whole life like doing stuff like that. And you're right, I could share my whole life on different channels, but I'm not down with those sleep streams, man. Not having enough sleep bothers me. And giving people the ability to ruin my sleep is a terrible idea. Like, I have a bad day when I don't get enough sleep. I didn't sleep great last night, and it put me into some kind of fucking mood today. Not a huge bad mood or anything, but totally. I guess I'm just not as young as I used to be. So missing out on sleep makes me more easy to annoy, I suppose, or more likely to view things in a negative fashion. Whatever it is. It's just a net negative for me. So the idea of letting people rob me of my sleep for their entertainment, no. I've seen people doing that, and it's all just like crazy loud noises and all this other stuff, and I'm like, no. No thanks. Van, you're a longtime subscriber but first time catching my live streams. What are they like? Hangout spoilers, just asking. It varies from night to night. Sometimes it's an angry tirade where I yell about all kinds of things that are going wrong with Magic. Other times we're hunting for jugs. Sometimes you have crazy wheel and plinko streams. It is all over the place. 100%. 100%. Feels like my arm's finally getting better from what was going on a few days ago. That's it, cat girls. I don't want to wake up to the Star Spangled Banner at 70 decibels for $5. I don't know why people would do that. No, Jess, letting people, like, that's the level. Like, eating some random bad treats or whatever for people's entertainment where they're like, ha ha, you had a shitty time. That's fine. That is like smaller life. Won't ruin my day. The only time having some kind of food for the channel ruined my day was the peanut butter Twinkies. The chocolate peanut butter Twinkies were so bad that I slid into a depression for hours after I ate it. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy how bad they were, and it was crazy how much it affected me. Like hours afterwards, I was still miserable. It was not good. It was not good. And you know what? You're right. I'm glad that I'm entertaining enough that I don't have to do things that involve my suffering to entertain people. I can just crack jokes, talk about games, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Shelly says, most of the time we watch Mike accumulate crumbs on his shirt and we all have a good laugh and live and love. Why are you making shit up? Most of the time I'm not eating. So what crumbs are you talking about? Millmaster Super Chat says, day 3 with no central air. Loving life at 33 degrees, 60% humidity. Not loving the 13K a new system's going to cost. Wow. 13 grand for new central air. I mean, that's a quality of life issue, right? Like, not having air conditioner is going to be absolutely miserable. So I feel for you there, bro. The last place that we lived did not have air conditioning at all. And the bedroom had no window. On top of that, it was above the kitchen of a restaurant. So it got heated underneath. It was nightmarish. Now let's spin the wheel, punk! Oh, mystery pack. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. So let's shuffle it up. Let's shuffle it up. Chim, it's like the ball toss water tank guy. It's no fun if he goes in the tank every time. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, bro. Jess, ACs for the week. If it's not above 37, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. That means we do a pack from the random sack. Here we go. Here we go. Zircon, no AC needed where you are. Well, you know what? That's fine. Because it's no insult unless it comes up on the wheel night. So that's just fine. All right. I have drawn a pack forth. It is Hyborian Gates. Teferi, shh. Quiet down about the pickle. Quiet. Shh. We don't need to talk about the pickle. All right. We got Knight's Cloak. Welcome to the Death Star. We got, oh, hello. Hello, lady. Oh, shit. Look out. It's the fucking spider, bitch. Sword of Protection. Wait. Is that being held by her butterfly wings? So she's like a sylph or something? What? Wait, no, are those her wings? Yeah, that's a spider behind her. Those are her wings. And there's the Sword of Protection. All right. Then we got, oh, Trounced. Oh, have you ever sucked butter out of a ripped man's belly button? Bump, bump, bump. Then we got Monster Friendship. That does not look friendly. She does not look happy, bro. That's not friendship. That's not friendship. Lost in Thought. This is Millmaster and his lady staring at each other going, is it even worth living without air conditioning? You can see the heat miasma around them, bro. Oh, then we got Light Storm. I don't think this guy's wearing any pants. Good thing he's got his leg up so you can't see his dong, bro. And we got a Mountaintop. We got Hathor's Gate. We got this little thing that turns into a little, it's a pop-out teepee. They have these in every pack. I don't know enough about Hyborian Gates to know what the hell it is, but I just think it's like, check it out. They give you free cardboard candy corn in every pack. Then we got a Monster Willow. Actually kind of gives me Tarmogoyf vibes, right? What? Look at this. Look at how they do this. Like, it's so cheap the way they use the artwork. It's the same artwork. Look at all his hair. Look at all that hair. He's probably gotten, like, he must shave down here, because if his hair is this rugged and wild, it would be spider bristling right up out of here. Oh, check it out, Space Wizard. Then we got the Serfs of Nod. Okay. We got the Monarch Bat. That's pretty crazy looking. And then the friend. She don't look friendly, bro. She's the kind of friend where it's like, where's the $20 you borrowed from me? Where's my $20, Dennis, you prick? Right? All right. Baron, whoever has the most cardboard pyramids gets to go first. You're just making stuff up. You're just making stuff up. All right. That was good. I've got a tiny little hat. There we go. I'm at a I'm at a Smurf's birthday party. Smurfing. All right. Get smurfed. So, time for me to top up my beverage intermission style. I'm going to leave you with the #1 hit, Amazon Linkage. Not Amazon Leakage. All right? And I'll be right back. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. All right, I'm back. I have returned. While I was out there, I asked Carly if she wanted to be a part of it, if there's another good treat, and she said yes. So, we've got our answer for this evening. It's funny if that's all these little cardboard things from Hyborian Gate is for. It's like, if you have more of them, you get to go first. It's like, so I gotta lug all this crap around? I gotta lug all this crap around. That's right, Juggling. It's Amazon's hottest ringtone. It's working out, man. People have been bookmarking the Amazon link and using it. So they've invited me into 3 more months of bonus linkage, which is pretty sweet. There we go. I can get enough of them that I can cover all my fingers. I'll probably forget all about that. I'll put this on my desk later, find it, and just be like, throw it away. But if I wait long enough and we open enough Hyborian gates, I could rule the world with my pointy fingers. Jack of Flame says, have a good Friday night. Chill sip on me, Hatcher. Wait, that's the membership message. How's that me having a sip on you? What am I missing? What the hell does that mean? What up, Thompson? How you doing, buddy? How's my day? My day's been all right. My day has been all right overall. Could have been worse, honestly. I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted, and that sometimes can make my day garbage, but it didn't. It didn't make my day garbage. I guess I got just enough sleep. Just enough. And now we're here for some goofiness. Jack, no, I understood the part of sipping my drink, but why is it like when someone goes, this beer's on me, that means they bought it, right? So like that message would make sense if you did it with a super chat, but because you didn't, it's just like, what? It wasn't, I understood the sip part. I have a drink. Come on, man. Come on. Also, you spelled dude like the Disgaea series of games, like those little penguins. Like them penguins. I actually really liked the Disgaea series. I like the over-the-top, make your guy super, super stupidly powerful so you can get crazy dumb numbers. And then there's the Dark Assembly, and you have to petition them to try and go stronger as a demon. But at a certain point, you're like, I don't need to bribe you guys anymore. You're going to do what I say, or I'm going to destroy you. Right? And then they're just like, I disagree. And it's like, all right, I'll make you agree with my sword. Stab. Stab. I played a bunch of those. Jess, it's not a brag to say that you can go with no sleep and still be the same when you've got a brain like yours. You know what I mean? Let's just... Your brain's going to be your brain no matter what. I can't go without sleep. It makes me into a giant baby. I used to be able to handle not sleeping that much and I'd be okay. But that was like, I guess, 20 years ago when I was in my 20s. I remember when we were going to go to like big Magic tournaments in Toronto or something, and it would take hours to get there. And I'd be like, oh, they're going to show up at like 7 in the morning. And I usually go to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I'm only going to get 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I'm going to be miserable. Why don't I just stay up? And I'd be like, I'm going to stay up. And then after like... It gets to like 5 in the morning. You're like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. And then you go to sleep and get 2 hours of sleep. And then you're like, ugh. But after a while, you're just fine. That's how it was. Now that doesn't go away. It doesn't stop. It does not end. It just stays the whole day. And I'm just like, meh. The older I get in that regard, the more I guess I'm like a toddler. Somebody needs a nap. That's the reality of it. I remember when I used to resent sleep, where you're just like, oh no, like, I spent X number of hours working and doing all this stuff, so now I'm going to stay up late doing the things I want to do, and even though I'm tired, I'm not going to go to bed, because tomorrow's going to come, and I feel like I'm getting robbed of my time. But then it's like, you're just going to be miserable if you, like, whatever. I know how boring I sound right now. I understand that that is the opposite of excitement and good times, where it's like, yeah, stay up and party. And I'm just like, I like my sleep. I like my sleep. Reverence, there's no way I could do the cocaine, buddy. I can't even imagine what I would. I'm already a maniac. I don't need that kind of chemical enhancement making it that much crazier for me. No thanks. No thanks. Never tried that stuff. Because I already knew. I already knew. It's like, no, no. Also, having an addictive personality equals you don't want to try any of the really addictive stuff because it's probably going to be a big problem for you. Like, I get right into things like, oh, I like this game. I want every expansion. I want everything to go with it. That addictive personality stuff goes in all kinds of different directions. And so I've known to stay away from the craziness. Fact snaps used to be a punishment. Now they're a reward. Yeah, exactly. You got to go and lay down. Yeah, okay. Like, that's true. That's true. Definitely need sleep. Proper rest, water, eating right, exercise, all the boring stuff that people talk about and like, this is what you need for a good life. It's ultimately true. You got an animal body and it has very particular needs. And no matter how many of the sophisticated trappings of modernity you have around you, that fact does not change ever. Ever. I don't know if it ever will. Maybe if you get some kind of techno brain where it's like, nah, I just got to put some fucking Jiffy Lube in my techno brain and I can keep going. But nah, man. Nah. Maybe if they have like the equivalent of, aren't there like rich people who go out and get like really drunk and then they like go to a place the next morning where they like give them an IV to give them nutrients and stuff so they won't have a hangover. You know, if you're like rich and can just afford to have technicians modify your blood chemistry and all this crap, then maybe you can ignore the normal system, right? I don't need to exercise because I just have them inject baby blood into my scrotum. Oh, 50 cc's of infant blood right into my left nut, please. My ball bag has been euthanized. It's euthanizing, but not the way you think, right? We're going to take one of your balls back in time. Jess, yeah, well, I'm not surprised any famous person ends up with the DUI. Like, the problem with fucking drunk driving is that the people make the decision to do it when they're drunk. So the whole logic of like, you're rich enough that you can take a taxi and stuff. Yeah, but you're hammered. So your brain don't function right and you make dumb choices. Cat girls, replacing your drug addiction with magic, it's probably healthier. Healthier, probably not cheaper, but healthier. And at least you have the cards afterwards, right? Yeah, McGraw, your friends knew their addictive personalities could be trouble if they got into magic, so they invited you to build them decks. And you maintain the decks for them. Well, that's good. That's good, because magic certainly does prey upon people with addictive personalities. That's their main target right now, is looking for people who have addictive personalities and a ton of money. 100%. 100%. Millmaster, you think it's arrogance? See, when somebody's drunk, I don't think it's arrogance at that point. I think it's like, bro, when you're drunk, you're just really dumb. You're just really dumb, right? You can take somebody who is a rational, useful person, you put enough booze in them, and they can make an idiotic choice. So 99% of the time, they're a good person. They're a net plus for society. But in that little percentage, they ain't. They're the opposite, right? So, like, I don't like alcohol because there's nothing else that I have in my life. Like, it doesn't matter how much THC you give me. I will never not be in control. I will never be out of control. Alcohol makes it so that you can be out of control. 100%. Like 100%. It's a completely different universe. Like, I get why they tried prohibition. I get it. Alcohol can be fun, but it's a pretty destructive force at the same time, right? So, I don't know. Maybe in the future, cars will get so advanced that it's like when you touch the steering wheel, it's like, oh, I can detect the alcohol through your pores. This car will you can't drive it. It will drive itself. You're not allowed to drive. You know what I mean? The way that they have like the whole breathalyzer for people who get caught with that kind of stuff, and they build one into your car where you have to breathe into it, which then some people just get other people to breathe into it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe when we live in a completely nannied by the computer world. You know what's crazy is the idea of letting all this stuff happen and giving your agency over to computers and AI and all that stuff. It's a disturbing concept. The loss of autonomy, the loss of freedom. But you know what else is crazy? I have the dual belief that that is like a horrific idea, but that a bunch of people will probably be way happier. Way happier. They've got an AI that's literally tuned to them and what makes and knows what makes them happy, keeps them out of trouble, and keeps them engaged in things that make them happy, helps pull them out of depression. Like, you know what I mean? It's a whole mixed bag, bro. It's a big old mixed bag. Aldini, you're a sailor and therefore enjoy your booze. Adds up. My dad was a sailor. He liked to drink too. There's a cop in the States that had to have one of those DUI interlock devices on his patrol car. It's wild that you can just keep breaking the law and still be a police officer. Like, I feel like there should be some kind of line there, like like if you do a crime that endangers the public, like drunk driving, then should you be in charge of protecting the peace and people? Like, I'm not saying you do it if the guy's caught like doing, what do you call it, like white collar crime. Like if he's caught doing like, oh, he was lying on his taxes about having a safety deposit box and getting that discount on his taxes, I'd be like, yeah, oh, you could still be policing. But if you're caught out driving around all hammered, you're putting people in danger when your job is the opposite, right? Like, if you're a fireman and you get caught starting fires, you shouldn't be allowed to be a fireman anymore, kind of deal, right? Like, kind of like that. Kind of like that. What do I know? What do I know? I ain't in charge of making laws and deciding how society flows, but that's how it feels to me, man. It feels to me like if you break laws that put people in danger, that should kind of preclude you from being a police officer. That I figured that'd be a reason to dismiss you, you know? Zircon, you think it's because there's not enough good applicants, just like every other career in public service? Like healthcare pays too little to attract good people. Fair enough. I've heard that as well, and I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that police departments don't want people who are too intelligent because they'll end up leaving the job too quickly or won't be okay with upholding the law as it's written, and they'll just kind of feel like they should get to make the choices. I don't know 100% where I picked that up from, so I have no idea how real that is, if that's just an idea that somehow got put in my head and is nonsense. I don't know. I don't know. Is that how it works, Mailmaster? It's a misdemeanor versus felony? I feel like Canada treats drunk driving harsher than America. Like, I don't actually 100% know, but I feel like that's how it works. I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I'm glad that I don't have to worry about making any of the important decisions that keep society flowing. You know? I'm happy to just talk some smack with you guys, play my cardboard rectangles, live my life, and let other people wrestle with the more challenging situations where it's just like, mm. I don't know. I don't know. Having a position that too much rested on my shoulders would probably eat at my conscience, you know? Nate says if you have a DUI on your record, you can't get into Canada for 10 years after. I believe it. I believe it. Barron says the government wants applicants that will do what they're told and are okay with making less than the private sector. Sounds almost like Wizard's philosophy. It becomes a felony on the third charge. You got to do it 3 times before it really counts? That's wild. That's wild. Like, bro, when people are drunk, like, you can't make good decisions, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Juglum, they charge you like $10,000 to $15,000 for one? Huh. Misdemeanor generally means up to a year in jail, and felony is 1 year plus in prison. Oh, I thought that if you go to prison, it was like, or maybe that's just how it works in Canada. If you're going for 2 years or more, they put you in prison, and if it's less than 2 years, they put you in jail, something like that. I don't know. I've never been arrested. Like, you're under arrest. That's never happened, you know? That has not happened. Been detained by the police, where they're like, you stop, you stay here, you're not allowed to leave while we check stuff out, but never led to any criminal charges or anything, you know? Worst I ever got was a trespassing ticket. Of course, that happened when I was young and like lived at home with my parents. So while that is nothing in the grand scheme of things, a trespassing ticket is nothing. And it certainly isn't like a criminal record kind of thing. It was a big deal because it came with a fine of $100. And I did not have $100. So I had to, like, if I had had that kind of money, I could have just paid the ticket and my parents would have never known, but I didn't. So I had to let them know. And that was just like, well, guess what? That's your Christmas present, buddy. And it's just like, oh, great. You know, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Trustworthy, you got hammered and got on a bike and rode into a brick mailbox? I had a buddy who rode a bike into a brick wall and lost half of his eyebrow. I don't think he was drunk, but I do think he was high. So yeah, the whole going to jail, going to prison thing is completely foreign to me, and I'm way past my wild boy days, right? Like when I was young and stupid. So there's like there is zero chance that I'm ever going to jail or prison because I don't do anything that could ever lead me, like, do you know what I mean? At all. I handle situations quite well. When that fucking maniac kicked down the front door, it wasn't like, I'm going to attack him with the sword. I'm like, no, we're going to resolve the situation, figure out what the hell's going on, and keep everybody safe. Most importantly, me and Carly, but everybody. So I navigated that situation without anybody getting injured. There are people who are like, oh, just attack it. It's like, you do you. But for me, I'm not interested in scarring my wife and having to deal with all that and untangling all that through the legal system and whatever, especially since I live in Canada where the rules are different. So for me, I can never see that I'm ever going to end up there. There is a 0% chance of that happening. You know? It would probably take parallel dimensions, and you'd have to go and find the Marauder Mike who's running around with an eye patch and I like stabbing people. Oh man. Ultimately, I just felt bad for the dude who busted in the door because he had fucking severe mental issues, and it's like, man, it's got to suck. It's like, it's bad enough when you're just a regular everyday person because you can get up in your head and you can be vicious to yourself and you can make your life very uncomfortable when you are considered of normal mental health. When you have genuine problems, it just progresses, right? And that guy, unfortunately, he didn't survive. He's gone now, right? Like he's literally not around anymore, and he was at most 23. Like that's it. That's fucking tragic, man. That's tragic. Baron, I'll stay out of jail until Wizards pays the Canadian government to make criticizing them illegal. Well, if that becomes a crime, yeah. If criticizing Wizards of the Coast becomes a crime, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. Jess, one time a guy broke in this girl's place you're at and he attacked your friend. You put him in a chokehold, walked him to the door calmly, talked to him, and got him to leave. There you go. There you go. Nobody got hurt. You restrained the dude, got him out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So yeah. I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to prison unless they make being mega awesome illegal. And then I'd be like, oh no, I gotta go and hide underground like a mole person now. Broadcasting from the Mole Network. Forget the Hen Network. It would be the Mole Network. Crazy how the laws work differently in different countries, and there's all kinds of different levels of acceptance of different things. Reverence, don't show any early MTG releases or they will send the Pinkertons. That's only happened to like one guy, right? And that's because he got the set after the set that was coming out. That's a mega early release. That situation was pretty wild. That was not handled well. Wizards of the Coast, let's send thugs after him. Why not just let them fucking open it? Who cares? Like, how is it really going to affect you? Your company's leaky as hell in the first place. And it literally came through a normal distribution chain. You didn't steal the stuff. So it was just a whole bunch of bad PR. And it didn't help. It did not help the release of their product or anything else, right? It didn't change anything in a positive way for them. Beano barks as a business expense. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. Oh, that Pinkerton stuff is wild, bro. Absolutely wild. They got some magic cards that we shipped. Listen, we shipped product out to a warehouse, and that warehouse shipped it to a store, and then this guy bought it from a store. And it's like, what kind of crime? What kind of crime are you committing here? What? Baron, they knew how bad Aftermath was and wanted the pre-order money before the public found out. Cat was out of the bag. Cat was already out of the bag, you know? Info's already out there. Pictures already out there. We're all already talking about it. They didn't know how bad Aftermath was at that point. They thought it was going to be banger, right? If they thought Aftermath was going to be garbage, then Assassin's Creed wouldn't have been based on Aftermath. But here we have Assassin's Creed based on Aftermath because they couldn't change it in time. That's why. Thunder Junction, they ditched it. They learned by making the set. Wait, you guys don't want to pay crazy prices? Like, you don't want to pay super high prices for 5-card boosters where you can get 3 copies of the same uncommon? What? Luca Redemption is still, it's that game's still going. That's crazy, man. That's some longevity, right? Who would have think that a Jesus game would last for 30 years? Jess, you got knocked out. You got knocked out on the street by some dude and woke up thinking you slept. Oh, I was just sleeping here. What up, Merfolk Bear? How you doing, buddy? Redemption can still be bought from Cactus Games in North Carolina. Wow, that's crazy. I know they had. I remember watching some video of their championships like a while back. Well, I mean, that'd be pretty wild. Like, I didn't have a mom that was religious enough that she looked at magic cards like they were a problem. But it is funny the idea of somebody's parents being like, "You can't play with that magic cards. That's witchcraft." But don't worry, we got you this here Jesus game, and you can try and get cards like the Whore of Babylon, because that is literally one of the cards in the game. We were on a quest for one when I got pretty much an entire box of Redemption years ago. Egyptians had 20-sided dice. Yeah, I feel like I saw. I feel like I saw that. It was like translucent. Translucent. Luca, the redemption feature on MTGO. What do I think of it? Makes it better than Arena, bro. The fact that you can actually cash out sets. If you're like, hey, I built the set online, you can get it physically sent to you. That was something that helped make MTGO seem way less appalling than just paying for digital card licenses. You've got the license to use this digital object in a game. It's like, ugh, no thanks. Being able to redeem stuff is sweet. I sold multiple set redemptions without actually redeeming them to cover the money that I spent on MTGO. So I was able to basically like sell tickets and sets to actually come out ahead a little bit on MTGO. So my MTGO experience cost me nothing back in the day, and now my account has like literally nothing in it. It's like a handful of commons and uncommons that no bot wanted to take. Millmaster, a hell of a lot more people are complaining about games and movies and media are not being right today than there was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Yeah, I mean, people would just like stop watching. They would just be like, and stop watching. But that's because there was no one to listen to their complaints. People fucking love complaining. They very much do. I mean, look at me! Look at how much complaining I do! Trustworthy, you knew a guy who was in a car accident where he got hurt so bad he no longer felt the pain? Huh. It's crazy the way our senses work, right? Where you're constantly taking in an insane amount of information and your brain just filters most of it out. It's just like all this information is being transmitted from everything around you, but your brain just like, I'll just figure out what you need. Everything else we'll just throw away. Aaron, what's up? You're hosting Friday Night Magic? Well, that's fun. That's fun. There was only a handful of people who came out for standard when I was at the game store tonight. The switch of like where before it would be everybody's got standard decks. Some people, a few people have some commander decks to maybe play commander afterwards. And now it seems like the majority of people I see most of the time end up there for commander, which makes me wonder how many people are migrating away from Magic to still get one-on-one gameplay, you know, are moving over to Lorcana, Flesh and Blood, One Piece, like all kinds of different games. But man, it's crazy how much stuff has changed. You know, change brings good and bad. The new world is what it is, man. So I figure the way Magic's going, you really just eventually have to decide if Commander's a format for you, because it's swallowing all of Magic, right? Wizard's only other ploy than Commander is how much can we get modern players to pay now that we've forced rotation in, right? It's like, yep, we're forcing rotation. People go, it's not forced rotation because the cards still stay in the format. And it's like, you can play stupid word games if you want and ignore what people are actually saying. But the reality is, you have to play with the new stuff that they're making, right? It forces the decks that are currently being played to adjust and modify to it. It is indeed the equivalent of a rotation. Those cards are still in the format. Well, why aren't they being used anymore? Because they're not good enough. Why? Because the stuff they made that's new is too good. Okay, so you do get it. You do understand. No, but it's not rotation. Well, you can be pedantic all you want. That doesn't change. Like, getting upset at people for saying that instead of actually paying attention to what they're trying to transmit to you. Say it the way that I want you to say it, or it doesn't count. You're not going to change anybody's minds with that, right? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Bob, Commander's become the new standard. It is the new standard of entry for people now, where Wizards are like, check it out. We don't make standard decks you can buy. Like, good luck with that. We used to make challenger decks because we wanted people to be able to walk into any event and be able to play them. But they're like, we don't make nearly enough money off those. Now we want Commander shoved into everything. And they got their wish. But, like, this is going to be diminishing returns. The power creep is going to, they're going to hit the throttle on it for Commander. There's that one new blue card from the Assassin's Creed hanging out at the game store today. The one guy's reading it out. And he's like, yo, did you see that new, the new blue spell that bounces all non-historic, non-land permanents? And I'm just like, they got to try and shift some cyclonic rifts out of people's decks somehow, right? They got to try and find ways to dislodge cards that are currently part of your Commander build and go, put this in. Like, what do you think the Staff of Caduceus is, right? That's Staff of Commanderus. If your life total's 30 or higher, your creature gets +5/+5, is indestructible, and has hexproof, or whatever, like, insanity it is. And you're just like, what? Yeah, it works straight from the beginning for you Commander players. It's pretty blatant. It's pretty blatant. I saw a comment from somebody who said, I think that maybe Wizards was originally just making 2 Assassin's Creed Commander decks and then just went, maybe we could sell more of this if we do it in boosters. And looking at it, I'm just like, it doesn't feel like you're that off, man. They were just like, we want it in randomized packs. Also, guys, Crusade, we're banning it. We're banning it because it's bad. It's a bad card, and we're going to ban it to show you we're good guys and we're making good progress. By the way, here are the Knight Templars. Do you mean the dudes that you depicted on the Crusade card? No, Crusade's banned because it's bad. Here are the Knight Templars. What? But what? Right? Like, you just go, but you guys banned it. And they're just like, yeah, but money. See, like, we banned Crusade because we already made cards that are way more powerful and nobody's going to play with Crusade because it's crap. But if we go, we're getting rid of it because of cultural sensitivities. We're good people. And by the way, here they are. Also, get a ton of them. Get like 20 for your deck. We made it so you need 5 of them to be able to go get a legendary. And it's just like, oh my God. What up, Gianna? How you doing? So yeah, it's that whole thing. The whole thing was silliness. What up, Scorpageist? They're a funny company that will say whatever they think you want to hear to get money, and it works now. It works now. People pay less attention than ever to anything, it feels like. It's all just like surface level. Just give me the headline. Also, I don't care if the headline is accurate or researched in any way. Like, that's the level. Just tell me one sentence and I'll believe it and get mad, right? Like, that's like, oh God. It's terrible. So yeah, man, it's amusing. It's amusing the way that they operate. It's all just empty words with no real feeling or meaning behind it. It's just, what can we tell these fools that they'll just go along with, and then we'll just keep taking their money. That's it. That's it. Proof that Idiocracy was a documentary. Well, the thing is Idiocracy is just people like breeding more and more dumber people, right? Just an ever growing quantity of increasingly stupid people. And that, I love that movie. It's fun. And in some ways it feels like that, but the reality is it's more insidious than that, because the way that the internet works, the way that all the social media and stuff works is it dumbs us all down. It makes us all dumber and more worthless. It doesn't matter. It affects intelligent people as well. Like, there's simple things like technology has changed how much you use your brain. So an example of this is, before, you would know everybody's phone numbers but your own, right? You'd know your own phone number too, but it wasn't as important. Like, you knew a ton of people's phone numbers. You always know your own phone number. That's always been a constant. But now you don't really know anybody else's numbers because the phone keeps track of it for you, and your brain knows it doesn't need to keep that information, right? So because you have digital access to it, your brain treats that as a side thing and doesn't remember any of it. Like, if I needed to call people and I lost my fucking cell phone, there's a bunch of people like, I literally have no idea what your number is. I remember my one buddy's number because it's based on a song. So I can't say the song or that would give away his fucking phone number. But yeah, his it's based on a song, and I remember that from a million years ago because it was ridiculous. So I remember, if he's changed his phone number from 25 years ago, so with the phone, like, oh, it's basically taking care of knowing that stuff for you. Well, the internet takes care of knowing everything for you. All the information's on the internet. All of it. So why bother to learn and retain the information that will just be readily available by just going and picking up your phone and being like, hey, how fat would a grape be if it was Jennifer Aniston? Oh, okay, cool. And then just forget it, right? So, we all get dumber and lazier because technology just makes it that easy. You don't have to remember how to do jack because you can just Google it, right? You can just Google it. And I wonder to what degree that impacts our actual learning and retention now overall, right? So Idiocracy isn't my concern anymore. It's not that stupid people are going to outpace the breeding of intelligent people, because they're going to get to the point where they're just going to start genetically modifying all babies to be perfectly perfectly healthy, have a certain level of intelligence, not identical, but you know what I mean? Like, I just figure once they get all that sorted, there's going to be fewer and fewer dumb people being made at all. So I don't know. I don't envision the same world anymore where the problem is that everybody's become too stupid for society to function. It feels like it's going to be everybody, regardless of whether you're kind of dumb, reasonably intelligent, or really smart, will all essentially be enslaved by technology, but the willing kind, not the, oh no, the robots have taken, like, robots wouldn't come in, I'm here, like they're robbing a bank or something. Put them up, I'm in charge here now. Like, that's not how they do it. The way they do it is just by giving you everything you want, right? We're dumb little dopamine monkeys. So people, like, it's with the little scroll. You can stare at your phone and it will just constantly play little videos for you, jumping up to the next one. You don't have to do anything other than stare. It's fucking terrifying, honestly. I am unsettled by those little, like, 15-second videos that just boop, 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 like, the whole concept of it and the way that people are being, like, manipulated into it and how easily it is to just get into that cycle and that just to become the norm, to take out your phone and constantly be opening these apps and stuff. It's insidious how easily it feeds into the reward system of the human mind, but it's not actually rewarding in any real way. It just exists, you know? Valhalla, you're framing and building a rabbit cage for your farm. Nice. Jugglem's like, oh no, people are dumb. This place has 20 years at best. All I can say is I'm glad that I'm already, like, midway through my life, because it's like, well, at least things can't go to hell when I was 10 because I'm way past that point, and they didn't. You know what I mean? And ultimately, the reality is the future is going to be better than we perceive it to be. It's not going to be some kind of hellscape, you know? I don't think so. What up, Spurl? How you doing? Scorpageist mixed with Wally. Wally is like partially how I view things, where it's just like you get moved around on your chair instead of you moving around, and people are just like consuming, and I like to eat and I like to drink and all this kind of stuff, like that kind of vibe. But I picture it like other people can suck, right? Dealing with other people and their nonsense can suck. And as a society, instead of the internet and everything drawing us closer together, it's caused people to, like, not want to be around other people as much, when it's like, I'd like to be in a controlled environment without these randos around who are obnoxious and whatever else. I don't want it. So why wouldn't people be in their own little, you know, like bubbles, man? You're in your own little bubble with screens and the fucking computers. Like, here you go, here's everything you need. It just gives you, like, you can get whatever you need inside your little fucking pod, right? You can talk to somebody else on a video chat or make a little see-through window on it to, like, look out and wave at somebody or whatever. But I don't know, bro. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it goes, you know? Abook, bro, you know what? I agree with you. Actually, it's gotten to the point where I don't think that privacy is a thing in a lot of ways anymore. It clearly still does exist on some levels, but, like, the whole privacy thing it's how many different companies have information or trading information about your locations, your buying habits, all this kind of stuff, right? And on one hand, it's like, stop paying so much attention to me, right? Because it's just like, just whatever. Stop tracking everything I do and trying to build profiles and all this other stuff. But on the other hand, how much can I say that fucking matters when I spend so much time doing all this different shit on the internet anyways, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know, the whole concept of privacy from when I was young versus now. And it is funny to me that people are like, I value my privacy. I'm going to post every restaurant I go to, the location. Here's where I am right now, and here's pictures of me. Like, before, this would have, like, that level of, like, check it out, it says that he's at the bistro eating right now, and they've got pictures of him. There's a picture of his meal and who he's sitting with and everyone around him, and he's posting it at the time he's there, and it's got a location on the map. You can click on it, it'll tell you how to get there. And they'd be like, that's some diabolical government shit where they chipped you, bro, and now they can do all that. But now it's just voluntary. That's just what people do, you know? And so it's just like, I feel like the areas that you have privacy decrease more and more. And even in those areas, these algorithms are just going to be building complex overall profiles and psychographs of different people so that they can then try and guess at what's going on with you, right? Like, this kind of stuff has already been done in rudimentary ways without any use of AI in terms of really basic shit. Like, Walmart would analyze their customers' purchasings, and then they would go, oh, well, we're going to send them targeted advertising. So they basically paid attention to purchasing habits, and when people who purchase these things, that's a pregnant lady. So we're going to mail her a bunch of coupons for, like, baby discounts and all this kind of stuff, like, whatever, right? And so then they get hammered by angry dads and shit going, why the fuck are you sending my teen daughter? Why are you sending my teen daughter pregnancy stuff, you fucks? Meanwhile, she actually is pregnant and they're 100% bang on. So then they changed it to send them a whole bunch of coupons. So take the ones we would send them for the baby, but intersperse them with a bunch of other stuff. So it looks fucking random. But it's literally just a targeted, like, prenatal advertisement for women who are fucking pregnant. And that's just, like, that's just the shit they do with regular everyday people thinking about it and not crazy levels of technology. That's just analyzing shopping habits and extrapolating from it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. The only people who have, like, real privacy are, like, fucking 80-year-olds who don't do anything on the internet ever unless they're forced to. The government said I had to send an email. Can you help me with that? Where do I buy stamps for the email? You know, like, those people. Those people. Gianna, they still guess a girl's weight? Well, don't we all? I guess their weight when they get on the bus. I'm like, that one's 300. That chick is 300 pounds. That must be really uncomfortable, especially in the summer. Like, for real. For real. So I guess I only guess when they're really big. Because I find it, like, I find it fascinating in a mortifying way. Where it's just like, it's crazy to me when you get to be that fucking gigantic. Just because when I was fat, I was only, like, at most 50 pounds overweight, right? And some of these people look like they have hundreds of pounds of extra weight on them. And I just, like, my brain just goes, what does it feel like? It must feel very difficult because 50 extra pounds on me made it suck so bad. It made it suck so hard. And you feel bad for people when you think they're having a hard time, right? And you just look at them and I'm like, that looks rough. That looks rough. Hope it gets fucking better for you, you know? That shit's wild. That's wild. I just noticed I was leaning on walls and stuff, man, you know? Just standing there and be like, yo, I used to not lean on walls when I was just standing. And I don't remember deciding to do this. I'm just doing it. And it's like, my knees were not happy. They were like, yo, we don't need this, bro. There's too much you. This is a problem. This is a problem. Jess, you're gonna go and tell your UFO and alien ghost stories? Nice. Have fun with that, bro. Have fun with that. Aliens, that's the only, like, viable thing out of all the nonsense you like to talk about. Like, aliens, life from another planet, it's pretty much a mathematical requirement. It's like, yeah, well, the math says there has to be. The math also says they're probably so far away they've never been here. But it is theoretically possible that aliens have visited this planet at some point. I don't think that they have. I don't think there's been really any impact on us, but it's possible because aliens are incredibly probable. That's it. But what's also incredibly probable is just we build robots that go into space, they build robots that go into space, and somewhere fucking millions of light years from here or whatever, those robots meet up and go, beep, boop, beep, we're robots from Gimp Corp. Oh, wow, okay. Cool, let's exchange information, you know? And then they'll do a digital transfer like that out in space, right? With their two ships. And then that's that. The news will come back to Earth. Holy crap, there's aliens. I knew it. They touched my daughter Becky in the butt one night. And it'll be like, no, they're millions of light years away. No, they used their interstellar to get here to probe her. I know it. I know it. I seen her walking weird. Like, oh. I think my favorite, like, aliens being on Earth movie is Men in Black. The first Men in Black was a lot of fun. That one was a lot of fun. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith worked well together in that one. Jess, portals? We need portal technology. That'd be awesome. Juggle them, you like Earth girls are easy. Gianna, I'm talking about ones where they're like mingling as part of Earth. You know what I mean? Like Mars Attacks is just they show up, and blow everybody up. And it's a lot of fun for what it is. That destruction style, I get it. But, and I obviously didn't specify this. I just said aliens on Earth. So that technically counts under that category. But I meant it in the spirit of aliens masquerading as humans to be part of society, and then like just secret alien stuff like that, as opposed to just getting wiped out by aliens. But Mars Attacks is definitely fun. Batteries not included? Was that awful? I feel like I might have seen it. It wasn't good. The third Men in Black was okay too if you ignore the time travel mechanic. I did not really care very much for the third one. I think the only thing I remember enjoying was when Tommy Lee Jones was like, "You're a piece of shit, Earl." That made me laugh. But that's it. That's all of it. That's all of it. Anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. It has been a fun chill stream. We will get together again soon, but for now, I got to go into the waters. Goodbye.